I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today. The hate be so real, the love be fake. Be bumping they gums and bumping my tape.
Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do something completely different than what I usually do. Usually I've been doing my horoscope videos. It's been nice. I've been loving them. I want to step outside of that and like tap into other content. So today I want to talk about the significance of being 28. Recently, my birthday passed and I am 28. It's such a weird year. It's like, and it's to some this may make sense, to some this might not make sense. 28 feels like being 11. It feels like being 17. It feels like being 23. Like 28 is just like that weird year where it's like nobody ever talks about it because you're coming to the end of your 20s. However, you're not at the end of your 20s, but you're still at the end of your 20s, but you're still in your 20s. And like it's like that year where it's like it's just a weird transitional year. It's a very, very transitional year. And honestly, it's a year that nobody ever really like see the significance in. Even though it's a time where you're going through your Saturn return, like 27 through 30, you're going through a Saturn return. But nobody ever talks about how it feels, what they learned, the importance of that year. 28 being, I feel like 28 is one of those years where your life can completely change. Like 28 is that year where things happen for you that changes your life completely. So I want to talk about how does it feel to be 28? What have I learned up until this year? And what do I think is entailed for me this coming year? Like, what do 28 look like for me? And I'm just going to just put y'all on, the girls out there that's touching 28, the girls out there that have not even seen 28, that's not near 28, or the girls that's seen it and they have advice for me, please leave it down in the comments. Like, how was 28 for you? Please tell me what 28 meant to you. And please tell me, like, am I touching points? Am I bringing things up that you experienced on your 28? Like, come on, let's have a conversation. 28. 20 fucking 8. Let me go get my lip gloss. Also, I'm drinking this dry ass sparkling red wine. It's dry as fuck. It's not sweet. I thought the man told me it was sweet. It's not sweet. It's dry as hell. I'm gonna start with what have I learned up until 28. So the main thing that I've learned at 28 is the art of not giving any care. Like, I've learned how to literally not care. I literally learned how to do exactly what I want and not care. So for some women or for some people, you have that power of not giving a fuck already. Not me and not majority of the world. Up until this point, I cared a lot about how I was perceived. I cared about if somebody perceives me in this way, then they're gonna think that I'm like this, and I can't do this because I don't want to be. Now I don't give a fuck. Like, now I don't care. I really don't care because it's like at the end of the day, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna appear how I want to appear, and I'm just like I'm at the point where I'm just like I'm tired of feeling restricted. I think in previous years, and 28 is still that year where you still feel that restriction. Like, I'm fine. I've gotten to the point where I don't care, but I still feel restricted because I'm still living my old life. Like, it's not as if I've started feeling the feeling of not giving a fuck and then life just completely switched. I'm still living my old life while not giving a fuck. If that makes sense. Like, imagine you realize that you're living a life that doesn't align with who you truly are on the inside. And now you know that because you truly are acknowledging who you are on the inside, and then your life does not align. That's where I'm at in my stage in life because I've just learned the art of not giving a fuck. And now I'm trying to learn the art of like letting go of like past me and letting go of like past things that I thought aligned with my life. I've also learned the significance of being alone. So I've been alone for a very long time. Well, I've been alone for like 20, 23 to 20. I've been alone for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I've been alone for 5 years. Like alone, I've been alone for 5 years. And when I say alone, I mean it. I've been living by myself for 5 years. I haven't dated anybody seriously. Not because I can't, but I just haven't found any man that's been worth giving my time to. Like there's people out there competing and I'm just not interested. I'm just enjoying loneliness. It's kind of weird because for years I feared loneliness. I feared being alone. Like one of my biggest fears when I was a little ass girl was being alone. So I grew up in a household where it was always full. It was always people there, and I just feared not having those people around. And then as we all got older, me and my siblings, we all separated. And being that I developed like a codependency on my family members, I was like, shit, I need to like find other people to be codependent with. And then I found friends, and I got codependent with my college friends, and then my college friends got weird, and I had to drop all the motherfuckers. I'm like, damn, I gotta find somebody else to be codependent with. I found a man, got codependent with him, but it became like the most toxic codependency ever. And honestly, he ended up dropping me. So I was like, fuck. Fuck. This shit was toxic, but damn, nigga, I needed you. And then from there, it's just like God forced me into a season of loneliness. Now, through that loneliness, I have had different groups of friendships. And I tried to develop that codependency I would usually develop through these friendships, but it's not happening. God's not letting it happen. I still got my best friend, but we don't have a toxic codependency where I don't think I need her and she don't think she needs me, but we love each other enough to be like, all right, that's my bitch. I'm gonna ride for her. You know what I'm saying? But I think with other people, I tried to develop a codependency of like, bitch, you can't go nowhere. What the fuck? I need you. But God did not allow it for 5 years. And I've learned the power in being alone as a woman. You know, like women for years, we were pushed into from the family to the man, from the man to the kids. Like we we were never taught the art of just not depending on anyone or not having anyone around. And through these years, I've just been strictly doing it by myself, getting out there being a go getter, and I've learned the power and the art of being alone, and how significant it is as a black woman to be by yourself in your own shit, not answering to nobody, living the way that you want to live, doing the shit that you want to do. It's powerful. And I work with little girls, and I try to remind them all the time. When you not little girls, but high schoolers. I try to remind them all the time. When you graduate and leave here, do it on your own. Do not move in with no man or depend on anybody once you leave out of here. Try living alone for at least max 3 years. It's powerful. And you're going to go through a transition so crazy that it's like you'll never be the same. Because sometimes being around people, developing codependencies, stop you from truly developing into the woman you're supposed to be. But when you alone, like you literally can't fight it. Like if you try to fight it, you won't. You can't because you're by yourself. Like you could try to fight it and you're gonna drive yourself crazy. So I've learned the power of being alone and the art of it and how beautiful it can be and how strange it can be and how scary it can get. I've learned how to put my mother foot down. I think I think that I have an issue of not trying to step on toes because I feel like already people project their insecurities on me. Already I have to deal with people like unnecessarily having attitudes with me and just treating me in a way that I'm just not truly not understanding where it's coming from. Um, like I deal with that a lot. Like I truly do because people see how I've just developed my life and how I hold my head up high and they just don't understand it. And I truly believe that people will see a light in you and they will try to dim it. So I've dealt with that. I am so pressed. My phone just died. So then I came back, I filmed. Why I film it all on slow mo? Press. But anywho, previously I was talking about how I'm used to people projecting and putting their bullshit onto me, and now I'm just like, bitch, I see what you're doing. I see what's going on here, and I don't give a fuck if you're not comfortable in yourself. And if I make you uncomfortable, I don't care. I'm sorry. And if you keep playing in my face, I'm gonna read you professionally. I'm learning the art of reading motherfuckers professionally. Put my foot down. I really am. I blame my people I work with. Because people that I work with, some of them, I've had to put my foot down professionally on their ass, and I'm just learning. Sometimes you have to do that, and that's okay. I'm also learning that stillness is the move, and it's okay to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to be still, have to be uncomfortable, and you have to be out of that fight. I'm always in fight and flight, always. So I'm learning the importance of not being fight and flight, and sometimes I'm learning that neutrality of just being still. I'm learning the importance of just being like here. You don't gotta go here, you ain't gotta go there, just be here. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but yet again, it's uncomfortable. Like I'm so used to running. Like I'm so used to just being like, all right, I'm gonna run. And now I'm like, where am I run? Where can I run to? Like now I'm just like, all right, fuck it. I gotta sit in this. And it's been cool. I think that God is preparing me for the next stage in my life. And I'm just preparing myself to get ready for it. So sometimes you gotta allow God to work, do his magic. And he can't do his magic if you running from every fucking thing. So yeah, stillness is the move. That's one thing I learned. I'm trying to debate if I want to leave a hoodie on. Is it given? Is a hoodie given? So why is 28 significant? Why is 28 significant? 28 is significant because this is the year of pivoting. Pivoting meaning making extreme changes, going from one place to the next extremely fast. Um, 28 is that year where you can either get pregnant, you can get married, you can leave your hometown, you can go to another place, you can just like, life can just change for you completely. And it's beautiful. It's just a transitional year. Like, it's really just a transitional year. Like, your life, I say it's like 17 because 17 is like one moment you're in high school and the next year you're fucking college drinking. And that's what 28 feels like. It's like I'm getting ready and prepared for 29 to be somewhere else. It's significant because you're nearing the end of your 20s. And now you're just kind of grieving that young, dumb 20-year-old you used to be. And you're coming into your 30s and you're like, wow, I'm a little more smarter. Like, shit is making sense a little bit. I'm making better decisions. I'm living a better life. And life is just feeling a little less stressful because your brain is finally developed and you're learning lessons and you're taking chances on yourself and you're changing your life. So 28 is just a transitional year and it just feels like, it just feels like that. I don't even know how to explain it. Like 28 just feels like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. 28 is kind of cool. This life is kind of cool. Now, 28 feels comfortable. It feels like, this is kind of all right. Getting old is kind of cool. I like getting old. Because it's like 28 is like, okay. I can imagine what 30 is going to be like if 28 is like this. And then I can imagine what 40 is going to be like if 28 is like this. If you're doing the work, 28 should feel like, if you're doing the work and really like focusing in on yourself and handling all of your spiritual trauma and everything in that nature, 28 feels like you're doing good. Good job. That's what it feels like. Good fucking job. You're going to 30 and 30 is going to be awesome because 28 is already feeling a little decent. And yeah. And also, I forgot to mention that I've also learned the beauty of luxury. Oh, did I learn the beauty of luxury? For a long time, when you're 18 through the age of 25, you really don't give a fuck about nothing luxury because you're trying to survive. You just graduated college or you're just not entering college. So you're like, money is not good. 28, by 28, I do feel like you should have some form of like, not financial stability in the sense that you can enjoy luxury to a certain extent. I'm learning that with luxury comes comfortability, and with luxury comes relaxation and less worries. I feel like previously I lived in spaces where I had to worry about stupid shit like roaches and mice. If you lived in New York before, you know the apartments in New York when they're old. And then I had to worry about the heater feeling like 125 degrees because it's a project heater. I had to worry about eating certain foods because like I couldn't afford luxury foods. I had to worry about shit like now I can literally, if I want to right now at this moment, I can buy not whatever I want because I'm still not rich, but I'm comfortably enough. Like I'm living comfortably enough where I can afford, like today, ordering me some food and buying me a bottle of wine. Like ordering me some good food and getting me some decent wine, but it was a decent price for the wine. Or like not having to worry about necessities. But yeah, like now I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna get my necessities. Like I can go order my soaps, my lotion, my toilet paper, everything without thinking, damn, how I'm gonna get it. I just understand the beauty. Like being able to do that is a luxury. I don't care what nobody say. People try to make it seem like luxury is like being somewhere that's like being in luxury penthouses and shit like that's luxury. But literally, the literal definition of luxury is the state of great comfort. The state of great comfort in extravagant living. The state of great comfort. So that is subjective. To me, luxury is getting your toilet papers, getting your tissues, having a comfortable bed, ordering the best food, drinking the best wine. I went to fucking Italy, got me a $17 pastry from Italy. Girl, I got me the best homemade pasta. It's homemade pasta from Italy with some good homemade packaged pasta sauce from Italy. And I ate that shit the fuck up. I have salmon that I can cook right now and it's gonna be good because I have everything I need to make it. I have groceries. I have cleaning products. I have everything I want and need right now. And then some. I can dress how I want to dress. How I dress now is how I want to dress all my life. I always wanted to dress like a rock star Brett doll. I am literally being who I always wanted to be because now I can afford it. Imagine that. 28 is fucking great comparatively. Now those 28-year-olds who's not living like me because they, 28 look different for everyone. However, my 28 feels fucking good because I am living in my idea of what luxury is. Now, do I know that luxury, and the thing is, to me, this is beautiful because I am grateful for just the little things. The little things is luxury to me. I can only imagine I can only imagine what happens the more money I make, because I'm going to keep making money. God is going to keep putting me in rooms to give me abundance. It's going to keep happening for me. It's going to keep happening for me. I don't care what nobody say. God don't give you rainy days, baby. God don't give you rainy days. You give yourself rainy days. God sets you up and put you up where you can consistently stay in abundance and wealth, and it's up to you to stay on his path. And if you don't stay on his path and you steer off, then you're going to be having rainy days. But God does not provide you rainy days. And God is going to make sure you're going to continuously stay in these rooms because he wants to see you succeed. God does not want you to have rainy days. But if you steer off his path and you're not listening to his word, and if you're not listening to the shit that he's telling you to do, then yeah, you're going to have some rainy days. But if you're consistently sticking to the word of God and consistently communicating and consistently being grateful for the shit that God has given you, and you consistently be the human with human morality that you understand other humans, and you consistently give back, God is going to continue to bless you. And I am standing on his path, and God's going to continue to put me in bigger rooms. So me knowing that, I'm like, girl, you think this is luxury? Imagine what next year is going to be like. Imagine what 30 is going to be. Imagine what 31 is going to be like if I think this is luxury, you know? So I really am enjoying just being able to afford the little shit. I really am. I'm happy that I can afford minor things. This year just feels like I said, it feels like a transitional year. Me doing YouTube and consistently posting videos is crazy. Like, even though it's horoscopes, I love talking about horoscopes. I can talk about horoscopes all day, so it don't matter to me if I continuously talk about horoscopes or I transition into art. But me being consistent on social media, me being consistent in painting, me putting myself out there, interacting with other creators, and just creating content, that is what 28 feels like. Because ever since I've reached the age of 28, I've been consistently trying to put myself in more rooms, put my work more out there for other people to see. I created a painting today that took 2 days to paint. Well, 2, 3 days max, 2, 3 days, 3 days max. It took like about 3 days to paint. And it's one of my best paintings yet. To me, I think that it is like the most freest I've ever painted. It was just flow. I literally, when I painted, it was just flow. I just flowed with it. I didn't think too much about, like, I'm very like a tedious painter. Like, I just poke. Like, it's like a thing I do where I just keep sticking my paintbrush until I get a figure. But this time I just was like this. I painted like that. I painted like that, and it was beautiful. So yeah, 28 is amazing, y'all. And if you stay on your path and you stay building up your confidence and really building up yourself and really being honest with yourself and really like doing the work, 28 will feel amazing for you. So, and then if 28 feel amazing, 30 is gonna feel great. And if 30 feels great, 40 is gonna feel fucking like shit is gonna happen outside of your control. Like, things are gonna happen outside of your control. But the things within your control is gonna be on track. And don't be scared to be 28. Like, and then 28 is such a weird year because it's like older people say, "Oh, you're young," but younger people be like, "Damn." Like, am I young? Am I old? Like, am I old? Am I young? Like, let me know. Am I giving old? Am I giving young? Like, young people think I'm old as shit. Old people think I'm young as shit. But then I'm starting to realize that old people only call me young. Like, "Oh, you're so young," when they think I'm younger. Like, so I look young as shit. I know that. And especially when I don't, like right now I have on makeup. I do. But when I don't have on makeup, I look like a preteen. Like, when I don't wear makeup, lashes, and a wig, I look like a fucking I look like a child. If I was to wear my natural hair put up in a little puff ball with some baby hairs and walk out the house with just oil on my face, I would look like a preteen with a big ass. I would look like a preteen with a fat ass. Telling you, I just look extremely young. I love it. It's a blessing and a curse. So I feel like older people usually just say, "Oh, you're so young," when they realize that I'm not fucking 18. And I think it's a way of like putting me down because they're just like, "Damn, I'm so fucking old." Because 28 is not old, and it is young, but it's like, bitch, I'm grown. Don't all me, bitch. I'm not fucking 18. I'm 28. We have the same job position. The fuck is you always me for? Bitch, we working here together. You know that, right? Like you probably get paid a little bit more than me because you've been working for 20 years, but we're just about the same salary. So chill out with the alls. I hate when like older. And then I'm also realizing like the older you get and you're doing good in your life, the more you encounter bitter as older people. Because I've met people that's 28 and they don't look it. They look old and they're not taking care of themselves. They're not really like thriving. And they see me thriving and they're like, this bitch. When they found out, I've met one girl and she looks old as shit. And she was telling me how she's married and how she got kids and she just like got a lot going on. And she was like, "Yeah, it's you must like being young. Like I bet you love like still being young." And I'm like, "Oh, how old are you?" Like she's like, "I'm 28." Oh, we're the same age. Fucking same age. Yeah, it is nice being young. I don't know why your life sucks. Fuck. No, for real. Like when they found, I've met 28-year-olds where they're living like they're fucking 50, and then they find out like, oh, you 28 too? Yes. And I look young and I'm living, thriving. You could be too. I don't know how you ended up in this predicament, sweetie, but they're not. And they try to project that onto you like, oh, you're 28 and you're not married, but I'm 28 and I'm happy. You're 28 married and unhappy. So that's why I'm like, just enjoy these years. Enjoy being young. And my advice to younger people and what I would give my own advice to my younger self is live. Do everything. Do anything crazy while your brain is not developed. Have fun. Just don't do anything that will fuck you up in the future. But just enjoy life. Go on road trips. Take trips. Spend money you don't have. Live. Don't have multiple businesses at fucking 21, 19, 18. Like, live. Enjoy life. Please. Don't settle down with one man. Have multiple. I said it, yes. Have multiple men in your 18 and you don't have to have sex with all of them, but go on dates. Be young. Be youthful. Do everything you want to do. Anything that comes to your heart, do it. Because right now I'm the way that I am because I've done everything that came to my heart. I've lived, I've been young. Have I attached myself to men? Yes. Have I looked for validation through men and other forms of things? Yes. But I would have to say comparatively to the 28-year-olds that I've been meeting, I'm doing fine because they let their life go so young. Like they decided to marry somebody and be a mother at 23 and now they got 5 kids and they hate their life. So don't think that you have to stick to the status quo and you have to make sure you get something done or somewhere because other people are doing it. Live your life, have fun. If you gotta live with your parents for a little bit, don't be prideful. Live with your parents. Enjoy not paying bills, please. And I'm here to tell you that 28 is cool. And Somebody down in the comments gonna let you know if 30 is cool, and somebody down in the comments gonna let you know if 40 is cool. Recently, I had somebody tell me they was like 50 something or 60, and they was watching my videos. So it's like just as you age, and if you're aging like Juan, shit's gonna get great. Mind you, guys, I'm a Capricorn. Speaking of Capricorn, Pluto just left Capricorn. Thank you, Jesus, to that. Pluto just left Capricorn yesterday, actually. Now Pluto is in Aquarius, and life is great. So, yes, 28 is great. Enjoy it, love it, embrace it, and be wild and free and be crazy. Do crazy things. Bye.
We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial. How you wanna go back? How you wanna do it? On backtrack, man. Fuck that.